Welcome to Ouray, Colorado. This small town in the heart of the San Juan Mountains is about an hour from the popular ski destination Telluride. The town is named after Chief Ouray from the Ute tribe and is nicknamed the Switzerland of the Americas, for obvious reasons. We have been traveling to Ouray for a few summers now and just keep making our way back here. For a town of less than 1,000, there is so much to do here, and I can't wait to share all of my favorites. So sit back and enjoy this ultimate guide to Ouray, Colorado. I would suggest starting your day by heading up to Cascade Falls, located right off Main Street. You can walk here from town or drive up to the parking lot at Cascade Falls. This 200-foot waterfall is the perfect spot to kick off your time in Ouray. You can choose to view the falls from below or enjoy a quick hike up and walk behind the waterfall. Just beware, it is slippery. If you are in the mood for a longer hike, Cascade Falls is directly on the Perimeter Trail, which loops 6 miles around the town with plenty of spots to get on and off. Now that you've stretched your legs a bit and maybe worked up an appetite, check out Maggie's Kitchen. Voted the best burger in town, it has quite the eclectic inside and a fantastic patio, which is dog-friendly and great for people watching. The menu is super affordable, the food is delicious, and kid-approved. Next, go take a stroll on Main Street and enjoy the historic buildings and beautiful shops. If you're in town with kids, there are 2 stores you have to check out. Sweet Ouray is an old-fashioned candy shop which carries a huge array of unique candy and gifts. Sophie had to get some cricket lollipops to take home to her friends.
So for the next stop on our little walking tour of downtown, we're gonna head over to Ouray. This is the perfect place to bring your kiddos, especially if the weather kind of turns in the afternoon, which it tends to do here in Colorado. Ouray kind of is known for letting you touch everything in the store.
And they just have the best selection of toys. We visited so many times during our time in Ouray. Another great spot, especially if you are traveling with dogs, is Ouray Meat and Cheese Market. They carry these massive bones that our dog loved. After checking out the shops, consider taking a Jeep tour to check out some of the less accessible roads in the area. We took a tour with Alpine Scenic 4x4 tours and had an incredible afternoon. Our driver was Joe, who happens to be the owner, and he took us up to Yankee Boy Basin, telling us all about the incredible mining history of the area, the wildlife he sees regularly, and even the wildflowers that were starting to bloom. You can choose to take either a group or private tour depending on your preference, but even though the destination might be the same, they make sure every tour is unique depending on weather, number of stops, and even group preferences. Our Texas girls were absolutely enthralled by the snow, so Joe stopped the Jeep to build a snowman with them. We made it up to Twin Falls and had to fly the drone. It was just absolutely spectacular. After a day of exploring, cap off your day at the Ouray Hot Springs. The hot springs have 5 different pools at different temperatures. There are activities such as water slides, a rock climbing wall, volleyball, and more. The hot springs are open year-round and even open until 10 p.m. in the summer. If you don't do anything else during your time here, be sure to check out the hot springs. They are absolutely incredible. For day 2, I would suggest one of 2 things, either the Ouray via Ferrata or the Bachelor Syracuse mine tour. If you're in town long enough, absolutely do both. The Ouray via Ferrata is an entry-level climbing experience through the Uncompahgre Gorge. It's the perfect adventure for those of you looking to step outside of your comfort zone. You'll start by heading to one of the local outfitters in town. We used San Juan mountain guides, and you'll get fitted for your harness, helmet, and EAS via Ferrata lanyard. You'll get a quick briefing on your equipment and then head over to Camp Bird Road, where you will hike approximately a half a mile to the entrance of the Via Ferrata. There is a practice area where you will learn how to use your gear and practice climbing along rungs and cables. Then you'll head over to meet with an OVF ranger who will check your gear, go over the rules, and walk you to the canyon entrance. The Ouray via Ferrata is a little more than 3/4 of a mile and will take you approximately 3 to 4 hours to complete. We opted for the more beginner-friendly downstream route, which goes south to north with several passing zones along the way. There is one emergency bailout point before the skyladder in case you are not able to complete the trip. Now, while all the websites say this is a beginner-friendly experience, it does require a significant amount of arm and leg strength as it has extensive climbing and descending on rungs and sheer cliffs. Also, if you are afraid of heights, I think it goes without saying that this is not for you. But I know for me, this is an experience that I will never forget. And if you're looking for an easier activity to kick off your day, we had an amazing experience at Bachelor Syracuse Mine. This tour takes you 1,500 feet into Gold Mountain, where you will see what it was like to work in a mine in the late 1800s. You can also learn to pan for gold and other stones in the original mine stream. Be sure to check out the website because they also offer a miner's breakfast Fridays and Saturdays. Now I would suggest heading back to town and checking out the fish pond behind the hot springs. There is also a great playground and park, which is perfect for letting kids or dogs get some energy out. In fact, Ouray might be one of the most dog-friendly places I've ever visited. Most shops have water bowls out front, and there are free poop bags along all of the trails. While you're in town, you have to go to Mouse's and get a scrap cookie.
We're about to go inside of Mouse's, which is one of my favorite stops here in Ouray. They've got great sweet treats, and they have something that I've been looking forward to since before we got here, and it's called a scrap cookie.
Mouse's hand makes truffles, toffees, fudges, and caramels, and the scraps, well, they end up in these cookies. They also have a variety of coffee, tea, and ice cream to choose from. For our final stop, I have to highlight Cañon Falls. This is one of the most popular attractions in the area, and for good reason. For a small fee, you can explore the different viewpoints of Box Canyon.
Hi, welcome to Box Canyon. We did both of the hikes, and this way you could go straight to the falls, and this way you could just look under you, and then you could see like the waterfall flowing, and then there's like this very cool tunnel up there, and I loved it.
The High Bridge Trail, which takes you high above the falls, where you can stand on the bridge and enjoy the views of town from above the canyon. There is also this really cool tunnel, which again connects this attraction to the perimeter trail. To get up close to the falls, you head back towards the visitor center and walk approximately 500 feet directly into the slot canyon. You can even go down several flights of stairs for an even closer look. Box Canyon is great for all skill levels, but this is one of the few spots where dogs aren't allowed. Be sure to save some time to check out the chipmunks right next to the visitor center. During our time in Ouray, we stayed at Ouray Riverside Resort in our RV and absolutely loved the location right on the river. They also have cabins you can stay in, and it's just a short 10-minute walk along the river to town. There's even a restaurant on site where kids 12 and under eat free. I hope you all enjoyed this guide to Ouray, Colorado. If I missed a spot you love, leave me a comment below, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel.